Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Collinwood for YouTube, resident _of Collinwood for BitChute. And I'm here to do a video about the death of Dr. Eric Lane, Adam, and the arrival of Nicholas Blair. Before I get to all that, I just want to announce I am in the process of finally writing the last two chapters from my 31-day blog, Ghost of Haddonfield. I'll give myself a hand. And yes, I'm going to do a video about it eventually when I get to it. When I get done and post it and post the whole thing, I'll do a video about it. But tonight I'm doing Dark Shadows. So, Dr. Eric Lane was a very interesting character. He was a very short-lived character too. It felt like no sooner was he introduced than no sooner than was he killed off. And in fairness, I think that was the right call. Simply because, you really had to pay off Cassandra as Angelique. You had to pay off that Angelique, was back. That she came from the past, out of hell, to literally make Barnabas's life hell again, to make him into a vampire. And, if the dream curse wasn't proof enough for you that Cassandra was Angelique, Dr. Eric Lane's death damn sure does do that. It does pay off the fact that Cassandra is Angelique. Not that there's any confusion that she isn't. It's just that Barnabas is telling people Cassandra is Angelique. Cassandra is Angelique. He's telling Julia. He's telling Dr. Eric Lane. And here's the thing. At first, Dr. Hoffman nor Eric Lane believe in a witch. But here's the thing. Both these characters believed in Barnabas being a vampire. I guess, it all depends on what your belief is and how much of the supernatural you want to believe in. And that's fair. I'm not going to nitpick on that at all. I do think that Lane's death is it's just the biggest middle finger to Barnabas Collins from Angelique. It's like saying, you thought you were rid of me? No, goddammit, you were rid of me. I love it. You literally have a 60 show. Again, you don't have to have Angelique give the middle finger literally. She's giving the middle finger by A, the dream curse, and B, Lane's death. Lane's death is just, it's in your face. It's boom. I told you, you were never going to be rid of me, Barnabas, and you're not. And no matter who I have to go through, curse, or kill for you to prove that to you, I'll do it. And that's sort of Angelique's really statement through all this. She wants one thing, only him. Why does Cassandra / Angelique play coy with Barnabas and deny that she's Angelique, even privately? All I'll say is the spider and the fly. That's all I'll say to that. It was really well done by those two. I think she really you can see in Laura Parker's face that she's sort of wanting to tell him, but she's not being direct. She doesn't want him to know that he's right, because Barnabas was always so right in the past, and she doesn't want that. But here's the thing. Here's the one that I would have loved to see. Even though Lane's death is important, mind you, Lane did not believe it. Finally, my daughter, finally, Hoffman does. I would have loved to see Lane live long enough to look at Barnabas and say, you were right. But that doesn't happen. But in the process, he does create Adam. And Adam gets brought to life by Dr. Hoffman finally. even though Eric Lane is dead and gone, I mean, by the time Adam awakes, Lane is gone. And I think that's just such a perfect segue of here's Lane's creation, but Lane could not finish that creation. It was sort of his unfinished work. And who's to say, if Lane would have lived, would Adam have fared better? Probably, but again, with Barnabas and Julia, bringing Julia bringing him to life using Barnabas's life force. As long as Adam lives, Barnabas will not be a vampire. Robert Rodin was amazing. You could say they were taking the Frankenstein story and using it, and that's fair. They used dead body parts to sort of piece together the character, um, which is funny. I really liked Adam. I like how he can't talk. This is basically the Frankenstein story, sort of, in a way. But what I'll say this is Professor Stokes, I think, is really key to Adam's success. If it weren't for Professor Stokes, Adam would not have lived and went on to live his life. It's crazy to think that my daughter's here sinning. So it's crazy to think that Adam really did. His success is all key on Elliot Stokes. I love how the fact that Adam is never affected by the dream curse. I do have a theory about that, by the way. When they open the door, you see the headless person, and I think we're supposed to think that's Adam. I'm wondering if it is or isn't. I don't believe it is. It could be. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. If you guys know a little more information about that, I truly believe that's what's his name, who Angelique worked for, because he was beheaded. So, and she's trying to show, hey, this. That's my opinion. Again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not gonna, whatever. But I think the dream curse is really interesting because, again, Adam is the only one not affected. And by the time Angelique, really finds out about Adam, what really happens here is really interesting. You have one of the most coolest characters ever show up. You have Nicholas Blair, played by Alan Australia. I can't pronounce his full name. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. You want to talk about the coolest warlock ever? The warlock you would want to hang out with? Nicholas would be it, man. I would hang out with Nicholas Blair. I really love how he portrayed him. He really was. There's an interview on iHeartRadio, where I think it's the Robert Covert show or something like that, where they're all in a studio together. It's Jonathan Friend, it's Alan Alstrado, and Alan says, I'm the how's he worded? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think how he said it exactly. What's that actor's name? I forget, but he says something on the whatever of the east of the Rockies or something. But so I'm the Sam Houston or Walter Houston of the east of the Rockies. So.
Aww, dang it.
That's what's really interesting. He's the Walter Houston of the Rockies, east of the Rockies, which is really interesting. Nicholas's arrival is really Adam's also is really another saving point for Adam, because when Angelique finds out about him, she wants to kill him. And no, you have Nicholas telling Satan about Adam, how he can create life, how creation can happen, and they create a woman called Eve, Adam and Eve, yes, straight out of the Bible, in Dark Shadows. I found this to be funny but yet crazy at the same time. It's like, wait, you're literally gonna create a woman for Adam? Wow, wow. I mean, he liked Carolyn. To me, they should have. Adam should have got the last name Collins, even though Barnabas's full life force didn't go into him. Barnabas should have. Adam should have taken the last name Collins, just for the hell of it. Hell, I almost call him Adam Collins, and I'm watching the arc right now, going back through it. So I'm trying to think if there's anything I missed. I do want to touch on Adam a little more. I think Adam's awakening, the creation of Adam was just really well done. And those moments where Robert Rodan doesn't speak, they're not nothing. I think they're really well acted out by Fred and Robert Rodan and Grayson Hall and John Carlin. I mean, you talk about dynamic acting. It was done there as well. The arc of Adam really is not a bad one. It's not awful. It's really just well shot, well written. I love how when Adam finally is learning to talk, he's doing it. They're doing it the right way. When he's learning to eat, just everything. And I think again, the arrival of Nicholas is just utterly amazing. He saves Angelique, and then he ends up banishing her. So, wow, turning her into a vampire. They make her live her own curse that she put on Barnabas. The dream curse is, again, to me, you want to look at something. Mark said this, and I gave him full credit. You shout out to at @Barnabas. Really, really go check him out on Twitter. Cool dude. He said this, you want to look at it, the inspiration that really where Freddie, look at the dream curse, because Angelique and Freddie are 1 and 1A. And I think there's just such a great comparison there of how they did the Dream Curse, because you could easily see elements of not only Freddy Krueger but Nightmare on Elm Street in the Dream Curse for Dark Shadows. So that's my opinion. And just to touch up on Adam a little more, I really like the fact that when he takes Carolyn, Carolyn is scared of him. But again, Nancy Barrett, what an actress, working with Robert Rodan, and just her and Robert being able to have that chemistry. That was so good. Again, amazing job. I can't say enough good things about him. Just the one thing I'll say is if Dr. Eric Lane would have lived, I would have wanted him to look at Barnabas and say, okay, now I believe there's a witch. But no, his death basically, like I said, his death screams that. It's like I said, it's like a middle finger from Angelique to Barnabas, and it's beautiful. It's so well done. Laura Parker, you're amazing. You are, girl. Take a bow. You were just amazing. Robert Rodan, Alan Alstrado, just the bunch of them. They were just all. I love Dark Shadows to death, but so I'll leave you guys go. You guys have a great night. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.